The views expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent the views of this station or its management.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Welcome back. Once again, Real People, Real Life, right here from Wichita, Kansas, America.
America. Doodah.
Doodah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm
You
good.
good? Yeah.
We just kind of bummed around the house. I got to open my beer this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
That stuff is tasty
The home brew.
and potent.
Really?
But I don't know if it was the beer talking or what, but Lori and I have decided, we have challenged each other that for all of our Christmas shopping, which we have done zero of, it's all going to be local.
Good.
No chains, no nothing. Mom and pop stores only.
Right.
Period.
I love that.
We've set ourselves on a price limit to see if we can make that. You know, we'll see. But it's all going to be local. So.
Right on. How are you, Don?
Fantastic. You know, we had a nice trip down to Parsons, Kansas last week after the show. Visited my mother-in-law, 90 years old and going strong.
Strong.
We had a really good holiday
on.
dinner with her and stuff. So it was a fun time. We came back the weekend. I had a lot of stuff to do around the house. But we had a great weekend and looking forward to the holiday season.
Yeah. You know, I have been spending a lot of time with some veterans. Okay. Who are, some of them are here in Wichita and some of them are outside, the Wichita area. And we've done some shows in the past over different veterans opportunities and services, but something I think that we need to understand, and something that I worked with some of the vets with last week is, those that are suffering horribly from post-traumatic stress disorder, one of the hardest things one of the biggest challenges they have is coming forward and asking for help.
Yes.
That is the hardest thing for them. And one of them, I did get, I said, he has 3 children, and I said, I want to know what's one gift, the one thing that each of those 3 kids wants. Okay? So I got those, and I got them dropped off Friday, and I got to meet the kids, and I got to meet, the family, and it was just so cool. Awesome. I loved it, and these kids are so adorable. So it was a big hug fest, and and it was really funny because I'm like, a Lollapalooza what?
The Lollaloopsy.
The Lollaloopsy oven.
You knew. Wow, I
so yeah, I did.
We got 7 grandkids, man.
I know, right? So
you go.
right?
Okay,
Anyway, so one was the Lollapalooza, whatever, and oven. Okay, so we got that, and then
I'd like to go to Lollapalooza for Christmas.
Oh, that would be all right too, right?
Yeah.
And then the little boy wanted this. It's a Crayola spray paint, so he can paint his dad's a mechanic. Okay,
Is he going to do tagging? That's what he's going to do, like tagging around the house?
No.
Okay.
No, he wants to paint his little Hot Wheels.
Oh, okay.
I know. Yeah. So he got that one, and then the other daughter wanted an All-American. They're called an All-American doll.
Okay.
And so I got that, and then another veteran that has 5 children came forward, and I'm like, okay, I'm on it. And the coolest thing, excuse me. I put a post out, on my Facebook, and I said, really, I don't think I can stress how big the need is this year. Mm-hmm. And I had a friend of mine that I met in 2006, and he shared my post on his page. And basically, I just said, we've got a lot of need in our community, with our veterans, whether they be homeless, or whether they are, our post-traumatic stress disorder folks that just really need some help right now, okay? Mm-hmm. And this gentleman, who I met one time in my life in 2006, shared my post, and he said, I've met Robin Lace one time in my life, and that was in 2006. I was in an absolutely horrible car accident, and she stayed around, she waited, she calmed me down, she waited until the emergency vehicles got there, she followed up after I got in the hospital to make sure I was okay, he goes, I've never really seen her since, This man went and bought brand stinking new shoes for every one of those 5 kids.
Oh my gosh.
Right on.
I
What a guy.
cried. I'm like,
I bet.
oh my goodness. And then that was cool. And then I had, just don't pay any attention
I'm
to that
playing
down there.
basketball with a
No,
cat.
don't worry about that. That's my cup of water that is no longer a cup of water.
Yeah, never
Anyway, and then we had another gentleman that came by the store, and bless his heart, he saw it too. And he went out and cleaned out his garage and took some scrap metal scrap metal things and got $35, brought that to the store to help with the kids. And then another lady brought over a truckload full of coats. And then a very dear friend, somebody that we both know, Dawn, is going to help me.
Chef Lucero.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chef
okay.
Dawn.
Yeah.
He is.
He was on the show before, right?
No,
I
but
was
we're going to
giving
have
that.
him on. But
Sorry
we're going to have him
about
on.
that. That was
But we're not going to tell him. We're just going to.
We're not going to tell him. I know.
was
Yeah,
Chef
but bring
Jason that
food.
we
We're just going
had
to tell him
on.
where to be and bring food. No, I'm kidding.
Food is important.
Yeah, and so
And
he's
booze.
gonna yeah, okay, yeah, anything bacon. So he's gonna help me with a couple more items that we need, which includes like a PS3 and a bicycle, and I think I've got some more mall gift cards to pick up. So that's just kind of what I was doing all weekend. Okay, I was working on stuff like that, and then as you both know, veterans and they just have a place in my heart, always have. And I have a very dear friend of mine who called me and said, Robin, I've got some things I need to share with you, and I cannot reveal the source of this information, and I obviously cannot even really mention a specific hospital in question. Basically, this is that the VA is targeting our homeless and our low income in 2015.
Really?
Yeah.
Targeting how? I mean,
I'm going to tell you. And this is just notes, and again, and these are not just limited to sources that I have here in Wichita. These are also sources that I have outside of the Wichita area, but it all goes back to VA hospitals. There have been many meetings every week to address the concerns of wait times. Some of these wait times over 150 days. Some funny math and word games have been played in the past decades and are still being played today to address these concerns. Most recently, they have molested the way they count days for patients. Instead of counting them today, the day the appointment was made, to the day of the appointment, they count from the day the patient said they wanted to be seen to the actual day that the appointment could be made. Patient wants to be seen on the 15th, but no open slots until say the 17th. Therefore, wait time would be 2 days. This change is purposefully designed to reduce wait times reported to Congress from over 40 to 60 days
So this
down
is recent?
to.
This is still going on?
This is still going on.
Gosh.
From over 40 to 60 days down to less than 10 days. How are they going to make this happen? So as we are hearing, yay, they're doing this, they're doing that to help the vets. Let me make this clear so that you can understand why they can make this report look so good to the government, and then the government can sit here and feed us full of this yummy, awesome news, which is basically a pile of crap. The next step to reduce wait times is to find a way to decrease the number of patients that can make appointments. This is the part that has had very fiery meetings with no note taking or documenting is allowed in the rooms. VISN administration has implemented a plan in which those making appointments must talk to the patient veteran over the phone before any appointment can be made. This means that if the patient is nomadic, homeless, low income, limited number of minutes on their phone, but that no appointments will be made for that patient. Also, the younger generation that works would have a reduction in appointments because they are planning that they would not answer the phone because they are at work. So basically, automated messages will no longer be made from the VA. They will ignore the phone call, thus not be able to make an appointment. The strategy would increase the number of available slots to those who do not answer their phone. In other words, if you have, and I can go through all this, I've read this about 15 times.
They're jerry-rigging the system so as to get these people back in the shadows.
Yes, if
under
you
the table, back in the shadows.
Yes,
this is
if you do not, they have to contact you, okay, and you have to provide them with a phone number. A cell phone is not acceptable, okay. If you're no, it's not.
That's
system
just completely backwards. Because I'm sorry, I don't know many people these days that even have a landline in their home anymore.
Correct. Okay, exactly. And in the form, if you put your cell phone where it says home phone, the automated system will not recognize that
because it knows it's a cell phone because of the prefix.
Correct, and it will not call it.
Wow.
Okay?
Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, and it just goes on from there. Obviously, it's just going to be reducing the number of people that they're going to be able to see. Okay. This plan from the local and VISN level is to brief other administrative leaders, including Congress, that the reason why the veteran patient is waiting for an appointment is that they simply will not call the clinic or answer the phone. Okay.
That sounds like the old trick that the credit, the collectors would try to use. Yeah. They call your house, they get your answer machine, they hang up. Oh, we made the call, we made contact.
Something else, and I won't read this part to you, but this was also disturbing. But this is rather long, and I know I'm going to run out of time. But the other thing too is that some of these hospitals or clinics, okay, are worked on a part-time basis, okay? Maybe they're only open in the mornings. Maybe they're only open in the afternoons, okay? So they're decreasing the amount of time that they even have to see the people, okay, in addition to making it very difficult to even see them, okay? Wow. I do have a lot more information on this. And
I've got a horror story of my own to add, but we won't do it now because we're about out of time.
I know, right? I have emails, notes from closed-door meetings and concerns from nurses and providers. The basic plan is if you don't have a phone or answer your phone, you don't get an appointment. This would reduce the number of appointments made, making it easier for those with reliable connections to get appointments easier. If you have cancer and need an appointment tomorrow, that consult or appointment cannot be made until the nurse can talk to you on the phone so you can agree to the appointment.
Now,
administration is going forward with this plan.
Joey, we want to send you over to Afghanistan. Sorry, I didn't answer my phone. Well, Joey's not going. No, that's not quite the way it works, does it?
No, I'm going to close. I'm going to close with one simple statement that I feel, and I've talked to so many of these guys and gals. If you cannot afford to take care of our veterans, okay, you can't afford to go to war, Jack.
That's correct. That is absolutely
I'm sick
correct.
and tired of this.
I don't think Congress can afford to have a raise either.
Or a $1,000 car allowance, Jack.
No, this is just ridiculous. Okay,
it is, absolutely.
So we have got some fun stuff coming.
Whoa,
so we'll be right back. Real people, real life.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road. Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better. We're doing it better all the time.
Credit King Auto Sales, the king of buy here, pay here. Bad credit, no problem. The King specializes in getting you in the ride you want no matter the credit score. Credit King doing it better all the time with the largest selection to choose from in all price ranges at one location. The King's Corner, 31st Street South and Broadway. Kansas' biggest buy here, pay here. GoCreditKing.com.
Karma Connections 1123 East Douglas wants everyone to enjoy awesome karma. From our one-of-a-kind natural healing arts massage therapies to our plant shop now open with specials every day. Unique gifts, one-of-a-kind finds, treasures made by local artists. A must-see, our new line from House of Fur Babies. Our fur babies love some awesome karma too. Check out the Bacon Cave, home of worldwide baconrock.com radio. From our family to yours. Love, peace, natural healing, wonderful giggles, always awesome karma.
Welcome back to Real People, Real Life. Today we're going to find out who's been naughty or nice. Well, actually, we're going to find out who's been nice. Today we are featuring kids in the community. So, first of all, I would like to give you guys an opportunity to introduce each one of yourselves. Tell me a little bit about what you do. This is Christopher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher S. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
How old are you? Christopher.
I know. How old are you?
Are you 4?
Christopher's 4. And we will be telling you a little story with some pictures, too, about Christopher's community service. He went and, well, why don't you tell us what you did?
What'd you do, baby? Did you go take cupcakes to the firefighters?
Yeah. He did. Did you have a good time? Yeah. What did you get to do while you were there? I love your hair. It's adorable. Look, we're both very dressed up today. Looks like we're going on a dinner date. All right, and then next we have Hayden. Hayden, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and what you've done?
Well, my school was having a food drive, and so I decided that I was going to go and try to get food cans. And so I went around my neighborhood and I asked everybody.
I hear you took first place in your food drive.
Wow. Yeah.
And you got a little bit of a gift certificate from your school for winning first place?
Yeah.
Is that how you get on the nice list, Santa?
Definitely get on the nice list that way.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's better to give than it is to steal or take away, so that's a really good job.
Yeah, and he not only did he do that, but you also came first place in your fundraiser in your school as well?
Yeah, last year.
Well, what kind of a pitch do you use when you're going door to door? Because it must be very effective.
Well, I go up and I say, I ask them if they want to donate to the Augusta Middle School food drive, and I say all proceeds go to the Caring Center.
Is that who you did this through, was for the Caring Center? Awesome. That exciting? I hear you're going to try and do some of that too, except for you were too young to help, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's unfortunate because I think it should be, kind of encouraged even at this age, to go and get involved, right, Santa?
Absolutely. The younger you start, the better. You get on that good list and you stay there for a long time.
Yeah. Because once you get off of that good list, it's kind of hard to get on.
It's really hard. Right? You could ask some of the folks that were at the table earlier about how hard it is to get back on it if you wanted to, yeah.
Are they all getting black coal this year?
Not all.
Okay, well, next we have you want me to call you Allie, right?
Yes.
Allie Rice. And Allie, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you do?
I'm doing a senior project for North High over the health benefits of meditation.
Oh yeah, your senior project's on that. Can you tell me a little bit about that, like what you do?
It's like needed to graduate, and I have a subject and I record on how meditation affects them. And for example, one of them had to take all these medications for like pain and depression, and since she's meditated, she doesn't have to take them anymore.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's for depression and pain?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Power of meditation. Yeah, and also I hear you do a lot of like inspirational stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people come to me for advice and I just help them out. I encourage them to meditate because I know it can affect people positively.
So what would you tell the people out there that are watching? Like, how can they get a hold of you and get involved with what you're doing?
To add me on Facebook and just message me.
And your name on Facebook is?
La Flaca, Laflaka.
La Flaca on Facebook?
Yes.
Awesome. That's great. I always like to hear about, like people becoming more aware, especially without medication, and being able to self-heal.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Do you have a Facebook?
Yeah. She does.
You do? You gonna add me? Look, you're so cute. He's shy. Okay, and next I'm gonna skip over to you. This is JD, and you are brother and sister, right? Yes. And this is Callie. Yes. Okay, well, I hear you guys do some pretty fun stuff yourselves. Right?
Yeah.
You guys do Models for Miracles.
That's right.
I had never heard about this. You know, and I'll be honest, I had absolutely nothing about it. Why don't you tell me? Yeah, you?
Models for Miracles is it's a charity organization. We do a fashion show, and it's and all the proceeds from these fashion shows go to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and those proceeds stay within your district, whichever Children's Miracle Network district you're in. So those proceeds that we get from our shows, they go and they help all of the Wichita hospitals that have Children's Miracle Network in them.
How many people, like models, do you have that are part of this?
Well, it's actually growing exponentially. They're looking at being in different states, even an international show,
Really?
whether that be in Australia or Canada, with thoughts of being in South America and Europe as well. So the program started about 4 or 5 years ago.
Were you guys with it from the beginning?
Yes.
Are you guys the ones that are the founders of it?
No, there was actually a professor at Wichita State University, and her husband founded it, and we've been family friends with them for a very, very long time. And so she asked if we would be willing to help out, and of course we said yes. And so
see, and I just assumed you both were already models and then asked to do that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So how can somebody out there that, you know, would like to get involved with this?
Well,
they're looking for models. And I believe the deadline is coming up here really soon.
Yes.
So if you want to be a model, make sure to get a hold. You can go online to modelsformiracles.com, and is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's right. And you can go online and click underneath the models and register tab. And the criteria is that you can be of any age, of any size, shape, no matter what. We do not discriminate for modeling.
Thank goodness for that.
And
so does that mean you're going to go participate?
It's a great cause.
You want to be a model for them?
Tis the season.
You got nice fashion sense.
Yes, and then you basically sell either 10 tickets for $5 each or 5 tickets for $10 each to support the cause, and that money raised goes back to the Children's Miracle Network. And so basically anybody watching can get a hold and sign up.
Is there a Facebook contact page as well,
yes.
or anything?
There should be.
Yes, Models for Miracles.
We'll put that up too so that everybody can get that information.
Yeah, on Instagram and Twitter as well. So
Models for Miracles.
Yes.
Models for Miracles.
Yep.
The number 4?
Yes,
or?
the number 4.
Okay.
On Instagram, anyway.
On Instagram.
On Instagram. not on Facebook.
Facebook, no.
Okay, now I also heard that you do JRTC.
Yes, that's a no-commitment military program instilled in a lot of American high schools. We do different things as well. I mean, it's a great opportunity to do community service throughout the school years and all that. JRTC, we kind of stress volunteering. That's one of our big key stress points in the program. So
do you get a lot of volunteers? I mean, is there a big turnout?
It depends on the event. For some events, we only are required to have so many. For other events, we can have as many as we want. So it depends on the type of event.
Okay, so you guys have to do community service, mandatory community service?
At Heights, it's 5 hours mandatory.
Each semester?
Yes. And that is with an instructor or I forget the word, someone who's can sign off saying that you've done community service with them. Like for us, like if we go to Models for Miracles, we can have the president sign off saying that we were there, and then it'll count as well.
Okay, so what would you tell our viewers and your fellow classmates to get them involved? Because one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because we've had different people in the community, and the same question that I keep posing is, how do we get the kids involved? You know, because it's, if you go to these PTA meetings, you know, if you go to these neighborhood community things, you really only see the older age groups, okay? And I would just wonder, you know, how we can get the younger people in our communities involved and away from cell phones, video games, and social network. So what would you say to them?
JRTC is, like I said, no commitment to the military, so you don't have to serve, although it is a kind of an entrance to serve. So, I mean, you can join, and we give time where you can talk to recruiters and all that. But JRTC, just, it's right there. It's in your school. I mean, you don't have to go somewhere after school and spend your time there. It's a class, and you get a credit for it, and you don't have to...
Really? You get a credit for it? Well, I mean, I guess it does teach you credit.
I was in JRDC too, back in high school.
Christopher's mother. So you did JRTC as well?
Yep, 8th grade at Meade Middle School and at East High.
Yep. Yeah. So how do they promote that within the school to let people know that that's available?
Different events. At Heights, we do color guards for different things, which are like the national... We don't sing the national anthem, but we are there for the national anthem and all that.
How sad is that? I grew up singing the national anthem and doing the salute to the flag, and I mean, it wasn't shunned when we were in school.
Yeah. But so I mean, we do that, and then we also do different events with other schools as well. We had a big event a couple months ago in November. Our Veterans Day ceremony was a big event that we did down at Century 2, and we recognized veterans from what was it, World War II, D-Day.
Really?
Was our specific time this year.
Wow, how do you feel about that, Santa?
It's really good. Those guys paid a lot, gave a lot to serve this country.
Yeah, that's nice that they were recognized that you guys are doing that. So what do you have as advice for like us to promote the community, the youth being more involved in the community? Can you guys give us any tips? Because that's one thing, like, we don't know how to get you guys out there. Yeah. What will work?
Well, the United Way is a great place to start. The United Way has what's called a United Teens program, and they focus mainly on middle schoolers to high schoolers, but they would be happily acceptable of any ages. They have what's called Kids Week or Youth Week, which is held over spring break. And basically, if you contact the United Way, they will hand you a booklet of activities that you can join and be a part of all throughout the spring break. So that gives your kids something to do and be involved with. And not only does that get the child out of the house and not on their cell phones or TV, but it also gives the child a chance to be involved with the community and get out there. So United Way is a great place to start if you're looking to be involved with it. We both have grown up through it, and that was wonderful.
That's awesome. All right, well, you guys, we're going to cut to a short break. We'll be back with real people, real lives to hear more.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
At Trailer Town, we're all about selection, service, and safety. Trailer Town Selection, hundreds to choose from, small to large, lightweight aluminum to heavy-duty steel, all types, new and used. Trailer Town Service, the best in the Midwest, from wiring to axle repair. Trailer Town Safety, yes, we do Department of Transportation inspections. Trailer Town, trusted, family-owned, 301 West 53rd Street North.
Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg Drive. A Wichita tradition for awesome dining and always a great time. Enjoy our Monday to Thursday specials, including half-price chicken and shrimp dinners. Sal's is open 7 days a week. Come in, relax, and let us give you the treat of fine dining and good fun in a beautiful atmosphere. From our family to yours, Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg, Wichita, Kansas.
At Economy Motors, we know that everything costs more these days. Gas costs more, utilities cost more, groceries cost more. But what's one thing that will not cost you more? Buying your next vehicle with us. Everything we have is priced $12,995 or under. Bad credit, no worries. No crazy gimmicks and no bait and switch. We keep it real. Economy Motors, home of Easy Pay. We've got your back.
Don't worry, please, don't worry, 'cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg Drive. A Wichita tradition for awesome dining and always a great time. Enjoy our Monday to Thursday specials, including half-price chicken and shrimp dinners. Sal's is open 7 days a week. Come in, relax, and let us give you the treat of fine dining and good fun in a beautiful atmosphere. From our family to yours, Sal's Japanese Steakhouse, 6829 East Kellogg, Wichita, Kansas.